The Honor Magic V6 is so thin, so light, and is so normal shape. That's for the first time I'm wondering whether foldables have finally grown up like Gen Z would say. Because here's the thing, for years, foldable have always asked you to compromise. You accepted the extra thickness, you accepted the heavier weight, you accepted the media course camera setup, and you accepted worse battery life. But the Honor Magic V6, it wants you to forget you are even using a foldable. This is the Honor Magic V6, and after spending time with it, I think it's one of the most interesting foldables of 2026. Let's start with the design. The first thing that shocked me wasn't the display, it wasn't the battery, it wasn't even the cameras, it was how normal this phone feels. Folded, the Honor Magic V6 is just 9mm thick. The wide variant is even thinner at 8.75mm, and at 224 grams, it's actually lighter than some flagship slab phones out there. That sounds like a small thing, but it's not, because every foldables before this reminded you that you were actually carrying a foldable. The Honor Magic V6 doesn't. One of the reasons many consumers haven't made the switch to foldable phone yet is concern over their durabilities. Engineered with the strongest special steel ever introduced to the commercial sector, it hinged delivers an incredible 2800 MPa tensile strength. What's the concept, you might ask? The Toyota Vios A-pillar uses an ultra high strength steel rated at only 1500 MPa. The Honor Magic V6 is almost twice. It's so strong, it can tow a 1.25 tons aircraft and a Ferrari sports car. These remarkable features earned the Honor Magic V6 an Asia record for the heaviest aircraft towed by a foldable smartphone. Honor has also given this phone both IP68 and IP69 protection. That's a huge step forward for foldable. And for the first time, durabilities feel genuinely flagship level. Now, let's talk about the display. The outer screen is excellent. It has the normal slab phone screen ratio. Bright enough, comfortable enough, you can genuinely use this phone closed most of the day. When you need more space, you open it, and suddenly you have a nearly 8-inch tablet. The transition feels seamless. App continues instantly between screens, and the experience feels incredibly polished. Its almost square screen ratio isn't ideal for watching movies, but for productivity, it's a completely different story. The ability to run 3 apps in split screen mode together with floating pop-up windows is an absolute godsend. Powering everything is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. On paper, monster spec. 16 plus 16 GB of LPDDR5X and UFS 4.1 storage. In reality, a bit of a surprise. Benchmark numbers aren't quite where you expect. Some competitors are actually scoring higher despite similar hardware. I assume Honor nerfed the CPU to make way for better battery life, which I'll talk about next. But here's the important part. I never felt that during daily use. The app flies, multitasking is effortless, gaming is smooth, performance is still flagship level. Now cameras. Foldable traditionally aren't cameras champion, but Honor has put together a pretty solid setup here. A 50MP primary camera, a 50MP ultra-wide, and a 64MP periscope telephotos. The MPV is the 3x zoom with CPA 6.5 stabilization that's found on professional cameras or camera-centric flagship like the Honor Magic 8 Pro. Photos are sharp, colors are balanced, and exposure is generally accurate. The photo turnout is consistent, and most of the time, is reliable. Then we get what might be the most impressive features, the battery. 6660 mAh silicon carbon. You hear me right, a 6660 mAh inside a foldable that's thinner than some normal smartphone, making this the largest battery in a foldable. The number don't lie, I can easily get 8 to 9 hours of screen on time when sticking exclusive on the cover's display. On one occasion, I exceeded 10 hours with 38% battery still remaining, but I was staying at home on Wi-Fi the entire time. A combination of outer and inner screen usage usually result in around 5 to 6 hours of SOT with spare. That's honestly ridiculous. A lot of the credits goes to the Honor E2 power enhancement chip, which seems to do an excellent job of maximizing battery efficiency. Charging speed also improved from 66 watt to 80 watt wired Honor Supercharge, and from 50 watt to 66 watt wireless Honor Supercharge. Honor is also pushing deeper into ecosystem integration, especially with Apple devices. If you are someone who lives between Android and Apple products, you appreciate some of the connectivity features here. For example, it can connect seamlessly with your existing Apple devices, such as your AirPods and MacBook. It can even access your iCloud account, similar to how you would on your iPhone. If you are using the Honor Magic V6 as a secondary phone, it can also receive notifications from your iPhone. The Magic V6 can even become a companion to your MacBook, allowing you to control the phone from your MacBook or use it as a secondary display. I don't see any other smartphone out there that can do this, putting foldables aside. So, should you buy the Honor Magic V6 if you want one of the thinnest, lightest, and most refined foldable ever made? Absolutely. If you want a foldable that feels closest to a normal flagship smartphone without missing the Apple ecosystem, absolutely. But there's one catch: the price. Honor foldables used to win because they offer incredible value. Now they are competing directly against Samsung. But the Honor Magic V6 proved something important. Foldables are no longer the future. They are finally become the present. And that's what makes this phone special. Oh, did I mention, in Malaysian market, 1 in 3 foldable devices is an Honor Magic V series. That's all from me on the new Honor Magic V6. That's it. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you at the next one.